And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. They'll run with Mack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That's caught by Howard. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Hey, Haywood. 45.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, he finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Powers through. And good starting field position. He'll get the This one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
70, Indy. Big Griffin.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Break. Let's get it. Hey, zoom. Hey. Screen. Pass. Like ball. Get ready.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
On the double. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Set. Hit it.
A 1st down carry for Smith. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer 3rd of the field. Not a recipe for success. That time a loss.
Watch out. X3, 218, chopper.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Rudy Bates. Run the mic. Watch one. Okay, just like that.
From the gun, Flanagan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check, 4 down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Mike's 54.
Stafford on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. He completes this one to Mack. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, Smith. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's make these babies cry right now. Check 4, check 4. Watch twins, watch twins. Protein spill. Hey, Delta.
To throw on second down. Flanagan. He completes it to Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
line of 15 yards.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Recon, 152 fighter. Fight.
On third down, Flanagan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
61, matchbox right.
Mike 4, gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 3, check 3.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Strong left, strong left. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Right.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Trent Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ready?
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Check, 59. Hey, 50. Big stop, let's go. Slam, slam, slam. Switch, switch, switch. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a first down throw. Stafford airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he finds Howard complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Stafford looks to throw again. 20! And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, echo.
Operating from the gun. Flanagan. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
System, Travis.
Back to throw. Flanagan. Buying time to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch work. Check right. Check 3, check Topper.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. $51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run here with Mack.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You cannot.
Throwing again. Stafford. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Lady. Check pass. 22.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd? And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Elijah Penny, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Go. Ready.
From the gun, Flanagan. Jones has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give to Smith out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Shift. 6-6. Pull it high.
This is Smith. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Switch.
X3. 218. Chop.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Flanagan. This complete to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Kill.
Protein spill.
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Everyone got 4 down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Whip.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fight.
Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check the out. 7. Check 59. Mike is 15. 22. Double dog. That's the way. Tighten up.
To throw again. Stafford looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Rush in, 61, matchbox lights. One's the mic. Watch one. I got you, pop. So Mike's number one.
They're running the jet sweep with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
8 read.
Operating from the gun, Flanagan. His throw incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Flanagan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Hey,
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
7 at the 9-yard line.
Set, 280. Check, 50, 50. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 45.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
53, ready, hey,
Stafford on first down. That's caught by Howard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Ready? Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Pilot, 64. Win. Go.
On second down, it's Smith. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Again, it's Smith. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Shoot.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Five.
They'll run for it here with Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.